Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LeVar Travels with LeVar Wilkerson. I just want to come on and talk to you guys about a subject. Um, Please come on, tell me what you guys think. The subject is based on occupation and work. Like, what's the new norm now? Like, people coming on and like, like when you go to work, like now it seems like now you have to, how you say, kiss your boss's butt or the management's behind just to keep a job. I think people are afraid right now to not have work, but there's a lot of work out there. I think people are afraid right now to speak their mind. I remember there used to be a time where um, you could talk to your boss. You can talk to the management if you have an issue, if there was a problem. Now it seems like everybody's afraid. Everybody's afraid to talk. Everybody's afraid to speak their mind. And then, but people and fought back and spoke up so that there was equal opportunity in the workplace. But now it seems like in the workplace, if you want to maintain a job, you can't say, I mean, you can't speak your mind, you know? If somebody's mistreating you, and that's what I mean. I don't mean to just start blubbering off. If somebody's mistreating you, people are afraid to like say, "Hey, I'm being mistreated." Because if you speak up, then you lose your job, and people got bills. But it seems like that's the new norm now. It seems like that is where we are with everything. Um, I hate that feeling. I hate thinking that I can't speak when somebody's mistreating me. I can't talk to my management, especially wow, especially if the problem is the general manager. You know, that makes it even worse because who do I go to? And then, it's normal because if a general manager, like the general manager got promoted to position by the supervisor. So then they approve of this general manager, which means that if you go to the supervisor, you're literally going to the best friend of the person that you're talking about. Um, and then it's impossible because you can't, it's not, you can go get another job, but if you've negotiated a good pay and you're making a decent or good pay, you don't want to lose your job. But everybody can't work together. Like everybody can't work in a peaceful environment, you know. Um, there's a give or take to it. Um, if you're at work, it seems like it's like a family. You guys argue, you're going to disagree, but in the workplace, the final say so is the general manager. And despite the fact that he is the general manager or she is the general manager, they're not perfect. They're not right about everything. Neither is any of the management. And I think that what has happened is people have forgotten the protocol for management. You know, um, management is able to do their job because of the workers, and workers show up. If workers don't show up, management can't do the chill mode or hang out like they have the peace. You know, when you come in as a worker, you work hard, you do a lot, you're learning a lot, you do a lot, and then you make management. In some cases, your workload physically is less, but mentally more because you have more responsibility because you have to manage. Um, and I think that a lot of management today have are dependent on their workers, especially when they get good workers, people who really want to work because they need the money, and the management staff just kind of sits back and chill. Um, and I think that's the problem. I think that they don't understand that if the person that you're working with stops doing their job, then you're in trouble. You don't. What are you gonna do? You know. Um, it sucks, man. It really does. I would like to tell people that it's okay if you are at work. There are other people that feel the way you do. It's not. It's not okay. You need to tell somebody. You need to talk about what you're dealing with. You need to tell somebody that you are not comfortable, and somebody needs to listen. You know, I'm sorry if you if somebody's mistreated you. It's not okay. I hope that you can get help, but it's not right. It's not normal, and I'm sorry for the way things are going right now. But hang in there. My suggestion to people is just go find another job. If you have a job where you're making good money, um, find two. You know, I think that if you really work, like in some occupations, some people can actually start their own business. It's got to be something you're good at. I would say do that, um, especially if you have management skills. If you have a resume, you know, input your resume to different places and platforms. But also, maybe start your own business, do your own thing. Um, it's not right. I hate that. When I go to work with some of my coworkers, I watch them. I see their demeanor. I watch their face. It hurts. I feel bad for them, especially the really good ones. Um, I think that the, and I'll say this, even the owners of a company are so blindsided by the things that go on in the workplace because they're making money. And once they get to the point where they're making money, they don't care. Some of you guys have no interaction with the owners of businesses and companies. I've had the fortunate um, pleasure of being able to work in businesses where the owners of the company came in naturally, but you can see that they didn't care. They didn't care about what was going on, who was being mistreated, because they're making money. And that's what's important. They have district and regional supervisors that handle those things. But those people don't handle those things because they're making money and they have quotas. Um, they have people above them telling them what is wrong, what's right, and they're more worried about getting their bonuses and making that money so that they can pay bills and have a good life and drive a nice car, have a nice house. But I learned in the military that you can't be a leader if you got nobody to lead. You know, I think that as an owner, and I'm talking to the owners now, or regionals or district managers, um, if your turnover rate in your store or company is really, really, really high, you're not doing your job. You're not doing what you should be getting paid to do. Because if every location that you work in should have a people's manager, there should be a HR manager, there should be somebody that goes around and talks to the employees, not do a questionnaire, but actually talk to them. I think that every store, every company should at least, and I mean once a month is real pathetic, but at least once a month, um, just have a meeting with your employees, and that's general managers or regional managers or district managers. Like talk to them. Hey, you know, what's going on, guys? How you guys are doing? How do you guys feel about your management staff? What can we do to make it better, make you more comfortable? What can we do to make it change, make a change? Give incentives. Let these people know you care about them, and they will work harder for you. They will make it happen. If you don't, and you're stagnant to what these people need, then they'll be stagnant to give it to you. Next thing you know, you're trying to replace these people with more workers, and you got to start all back over again. That means more money, more turnover, more of a high turnover rate. That's not what you guys want to do. You want less of that. You want less of the ability for people to have to turn over. When you have, when you work in an environment and your regional managers and your managers are in a position to just kind of treat your workers any kind of way, that's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. You need to go around. You need to talk to, as an owner, as a regional, as a district manager. You need to go around and talk to these people and ask them like, "Hey, how's your management staff treating you? How is the leadership towards you? Get involved in what's going on because right now it seems like the norm. It's a normal thing for workers to complain about the things that they're not getting at work and the attention they're not getting at work, and that's not good. It's not good at all. It's very demeaning. It's degrading, and I really want to take a moment. I want to come on and make it personal and let you guys know that there are people that understand what you're going through and that it's not okay. It's not okay at all. If there's something written that you can do to document what's going on, hey guys, make it happen, okay? I hope I made some people feel better. I hope you guys understand that, like I said, that people care about you. And if they got to keep replacing you and keep replacing you and keep replacing the next person and the next person, that's on them. It's not you. You're doing a great job. Keep up what you're doing. And remember, you are appreciated, okay? Hey, this is your boy LeVar Travels, aka LeVar Wilkerson. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and stay tuned to what's coming up next. I got much more to talk about. God bless.